Hello, I'm the Greek Geek because I'm 50% Greek and 100% a geek. This is the first movie I have seen in such a long time where I've actually seen someone get up in the middle of the movie, leave, and then never come back. So that should tell you everything you need to know about this movie.
Listen carefully. You are now 5,000 miles from land, and you're descending 7 miles to the bottom of the ocean. See you all in a month.
When drilling deep underwater, a group of scientists get trapped and have to survive an onslaught of these unknown alien creatures. That is the entire plot of the movie. There is not much to it, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the plot.
We drilled to the bottom of the ocean, and we don't know what came out.
Gotta get to the station.
How will we even get there?
We walk.
Kristen Stewart plays a lady named Nora Price, but you can just call her Kristen Stewart because she is playing Kristen Stewart. We've all seen Twilight. We know the extent of Kristen Stewart's acting range, and this movie is no exception. She gives a very bland and unemotional performance, which is what you expect from her. You got other characters as well, such as Vincent Cassel, who plays Captain Lucian. I quite enjoyed his character. His character actually had like a bit of depth to him, not that much, just in his character and what he's dealt with in the past and how it influences him in his actions. There was a good thing for that. TJ Miller just plays TJ Miller as he does in every single movie. He has a toy rabbit that he keeps with him, so that's the thing. And he's just being TJ Miller all the time, just being a sarcastic asshole throughout the entire movie. And other actors as well, Jessica Henwick, John Gallagher, Mamadou Athie, and Gunnar Wright, they all do a good enough job, I guess. No one's giving an A-list performance in this movie. It is a January movie, so I'm guessing no one thought, hey, I have to try in this movie. But all the characters are just kind of bland and uninteresting. You do get a few chuckles out of TJ Miller's sarcastic jokes from time to time, but other than that, no one's really that interesting. Jessica Henwick's character, she does go through development from this very timid kind of intern, and she goes on to be a lot more assertive and care about other people and take action. I enjoyed that. Other than that, not that much else to the characters.
What was that?
Turn your lights off.
So this movie is essentially just trying to be Alien underwater, and there's been a few attempts at that. None of them are very good. This one is no exception. It tries way too many jump scares. It doesn't really set a very dark and foreboding tone. You can smell the jump scares coming from a mile away. I will admit the first jump scare in the movie got me at first, and then everything after that was just predictable. And the monsters in this movie, I do admit they do have a pretty cool design and are kind of scary because they have a humanoid kind of form, and that has like an almost uncanny valley vibe to it. So they're unsettling. The movie tries to attempt this theme of like nature trying to retake what was theirs, and they've drilled too deep into the earth and now nature's taken her revenge and all that. They attempt that and kind of just mention it, but it's not really an overall theme of the movie.
Here we go. All right, we're gonna do this. Let's do this.
I actually enjoyed the music and themes in this movie. Surprisingly, it has a very good sci-fi kind of vibe to it, and I actually enjoyed the soundtrack, surprisingly. One thing I enjoyed in this movie. I will say that the music is really loud in some places, like really unnecessarily loud, and the music would be playing and characters are talking to each other and saying things, and you can't hear what they're saying. They really needed subtitles, I think, in those sections, because it's really annoying when you can't hear what's going on when the characters are speaking. The director of this movie, William Eubank, I guess still is a cinematographer. So obviously there are some really good shots in this movie, I found, and it does a really good job of portraying the really claustrophobic scenes where you got nowhere to move and you're not sure if you're going to be able to fit through this little crack or anything like that. The movie does a good job of portraying that, and the vastness of the ocean as well. Like when they're deep underwater and they have to walk along the bottom of the ocean, you get this really big sense of how vast and empty the ocean is, and it does a really good job at that. I enjoyed that. Another thing I enjoyed, surprisingly. So now I'm going to get into the spoilers of this movie. It's been out for quite a few weeks now, and I'm just now talking about it. So if you haven't seen it and you care about spoilers, thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much. I'll catch you next time. Those of you that are interested in spoilers, here we go. So I wasn't expecting there to be a Cthulhu monster in this movie, and looking up on this movie, it is actually Cthulhu, and I wasn't expecting that. This giant squid monster. That was when this movie truly had my attention. Like, I liked the design of the little monsters and all that. That was pretty cool. And when the Cthulhu monster showed up, that was awesome. Just seeing this big, huge, foreboding figure just in the background and just tearing shit up, it's just, I thought was fantastic. But what I'm confused about is like the breeding cycle of these monsters. It's shown they have to lay their eggs in the bodies of humans and stuff, but there's already like thousands of these things, and I'm not really sure how that works. And this movie leaves open for a sequel, which I would be okay with if it explores more of the fucking Cthulhu monster, because at the end of the movie, there's like these newspaper ads and articles and stuff saying how that this company is going to continue drilling into the ground. And if there's any chance of movies about the Cthulhu mythology and exploring that, I'm down for that, even though this movie, for the most part, was pretty bad. So those were my full thoughts of Underwater. It's a January movie, so what'd you expect? It's pretty bad. So, as always, thank you for listening to me ramble on about a movie for a few minutes. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again, and I'll catch you next time.